Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. I am believe1of3 and I want to thank you. And may Allah reward you for taking the time to listen to today's lesson. I pray that your listening experience will be of benefit to you in this life and the hereafter.
الحمد لله في الآخرة وفي الأولى والحمد لله في الأرض وفي السماوات العلى وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبد الله ورسوله المصطفى. All praise is due to Allah. Allah is worthy of all praise in this life and the life to come. Allah is worthy of all praise on earth and in heaven. We praise Allah that He is the merciful. We praise Allah that He is the mercy giver. We praise Allah that He is the gentle, the loving, the compassionate. I testify and witness there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah. And I testify and witness that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam is Allah's messenger and servant, that Allah has commissioned him to be a mercy to the worlds. Loved ones, today is a day of joy. Today is a day of blessings. Today is a day of forgiveness. We are gathered here to remember Allah. The experience of remembering Allah fills us with joy, fills us with tranquility, brings us closer to Allah. Allah tells us in the Quran, فَاذْكُرُونِي أَذْكُرْكُمْ. Remember me, I will remember you. When you remember Allah, that invokes Allah's remembrance to you. The remembrance of Allah to you is very important to your success. The remembrance of Allah to you translates into your life to mean more joy, more blessings, more supernatural deliverance, more guidance. We are gathered here to remember Allah, and we know from the teaching of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that when we sit to remember Allah, the mercy envelops us. The tranquility descends on us. The angels surround us. And Allah mentions us to the heavenly host. Allah wants us to increase in goodness. The Prophet ﷺ tells us the life of the believer increases him in goodness. And the Prophet ﷺ, the peace and the blessings of Allah be upon him, taught us a very powerful prayer, a very powerful dua. If this is the only dua you know, that will be sufficient for you. And it goes something like this. The Prophet ﷺ taught us to say, Allahumma aslih dini, alladhi huwa ismatu amri. O Allah, make my religion, which gives immunity to all of my affairs, upright. So you are asking Allah to make your religion upright. Because the way we practice religion, our understanding of our religion may not be the way Allah has legislated the religion, has made the religion. So we want our practice of the religion, our understanding of the religion, our attitudes to be in sync with how Allah legislated His religion to be. Therefore we say, Oh Allah, make my religion upright. Allahumma aslih dini alladhi huwa ismatu amri. Then you say, وَأَصْلِحْ لِي دُنْيَايَ الَّتِي فِيهَا مَعَاشِي. O Allah, make my worldly experience in which I live upright. Many people have very devastating worldly experience. Their lives on this earth is satiated with lies, with dishonesty, with cheating, with stealing, with doing drugs, with pornography, with gambling, with killing, with stealing. But we are asking Allah to make our worldly experience upright, free from anything that will keep us away from Allah, the glorified Most High. And then it says, وَاجْعَلِ الْحَيَاةَ زِيَادَةً لِي مِنْ كُلِّ خَيْرٍ. And make my years an occasion for me to increase in every aspect of goodness. Make my years an occasion for me to increase in every aspect of goodness. And that is what we want to receive from Allah. The Prophet ﷺ says, the life of the believer increases him in goodness. And if you are a believer in Allah, you are a believer in Allah. You as a believer in Allah, the glorified Most High, you ask Allah to make the years of your life an increase in every goodness. You might lose your hair, but that is fine. You're still increasing in goodness. You may develop more pounds than you wish to have, but you are still increasing in goodness. You may lose some of your physical abilities, but you are still increasing in goodness. You want Allah to increase, you want Allah to increase you in goodness, to increase you in knowledge, to increase you in wisdom, to increase you in closeness to Him, to increase you in faith, and to enhance your spirituality. And then the last of this beautiful prayer, it says, وَاجْعَلِ الْمَوْتَ رَاحَةً لِي مِنْ كُلِّ شَرٍ. And make death for me an occasion to stay away from every evil. So we do not want to die in the prime time when we are increasing, but once Allah decides that this is the time where we cannot increase anymore, and living will be a liability, not an asset, then we want Allah to take us away. Let us learn this du'a. The life of the believer increases him in goodness, and Allah wants us to be successful in this life and the life to come. Loved ones, if we are to look at ourselves through a worldly lens, we would see ourselves maybe as very successful people in terms of our achievements, careers, and lifestyles and income. And maybe if we look at ourselves through a worldly lens, we may see ourselves to be failing individuals in terms of our achievements, in terms of our careers, in terms of our income, and in terms of lifestyles. And that might send us through a dark tunnel of self-pity and resentment. But whether we are successful in terms of our achievements, in terms of our careers, in terms of our income or not, that is not the issue. The fact that you are a believer qualifies you to be a successful person irrespective of your wealth, of your status, of your athletic achievements, of your publicity, and the color of your skin, and of your DNA imprint. The fact that you are a believer, that makes you successful instantly. Isn't that something to be happy about? Isn't that something that should send you running and say, yes, I am happy? But don't do that as just wait until the khutbah is over and then you can do that.